Hello and welcome. This is going to be a zodiac specific reading for you. We're going to try to get the next 6 out as well. Let's see, who are you? You are Aries. Welcome, Aries. Come on in. Act. Let's see. What is a matter of importance for our Aries viewers? We're going to start with the rest of the astrological deck here. It's only missing the zodiac signs. I use those for the reading, as you see. What is a matter of importance? Okay, those ones want to come out. Interesting. Let's get just a few more. I thought so. Okay. So the first card out is Retrograde Review. Number 15 corresponds with the Devil card in the traditional tarot, but retrograde is a time when a planet looks like it's going backwards in the sky. If we observe it in the sky, it appears to be going in the reverse motion because we lap each other around the sun. And so when the planet goes in retrograde, it brings up a time of the internalization of the objectives of that planet. And so, like with Mercury, it's like instead of being out there and speaking all the time, we can be a little bit more reflective. And similarly, right now, when I saw this, I thought, well, Pluto's about to go retrograde. And so when I took more cards, the one that came out was Pluto Rebirth. And so with retrograde review came out 11th house in community. So we just did the Aquarius reading, and for whatever reason, that community of the 11th house being ruled by Aquarius is coming in. So I don't know if that has any type of bearing on this reading. We'll talk about it if it does or if it comes up. So with retrograde review, we're looking over something again and again. And with that Devil card influence, it's like we may be looking at power, control, codependency, addiction, and attachment in our own lives, in the collective vibration, in the vibration around us, and at work, wherever else that you frequent, any of these group or community involvements with the 11th house, wherever you commune with other individuals, such as even your social media platforms and the individuals that you know there. There's this transformation afoot happening, and Pluto, again, with the power and control, it's also very subliminal and subconscious and subversive, I'm hearing, but it talks about the psychology and how it's created. And with the retrograde Pluto in the 11th house, perhaps for someone, or just as a metaphor here for what we're trying to get at, it's like reviewing the power plays and the control dynamics at work and at play in our lives, and what is the meaning behind that, and what bearing does it have on ourselves, and what responsibility do we have, and are we transforming, are we evolving and changing our consciousness, our physical situation and circumstances? What are we transforming in our lives? It's a very powerful phoenix like rebirth energy. Literally, it says rebirth there, with Pluto retrograde, but Pluto's retrograde quite a bit. So this is talking about our internal process. So this is interesting. I saw this one earlier in the pre-shuffle in between your reading and the preceding one. 16, it's the next card, which corresponds with the Tower card. And that's actually what I initially thought with the 15, but it came up for a reason, interestingly. So this retrograde review is bringing up the power and control dynamics in our world in order to tear down faulty foundations, to rebuild something with greater clarity and awareness and more intentional involvement. So I'm also reminded that there are tons of intense things happening on with the sun, and I don't know all of the information that's coming on, but whether it's the coronal ejections or whether it's the radiation or whatever it might be, solar flares. Here it says solar calm and clarifies. So right now we're in solar upheaval, and Pluto retrograde can often seem like our attention can't be, we can't ignore things that are happening right in front of our eyes. We don't have the so called luxury. Okay, a little bug. We don't have the luxury to overlook things that are critical in transforming in our lives. So there's something that needs to change. I believe it's at the very foundational level and fundamental level in our own psyche that we're having a change or a shift or a new group dynamic. Maybe you got a new job or are going out and meeting new people. This is shifting your ideas and opinions about the role that others play in your life and the value that they hold for you and the types of individuals that you may have been exposed to in the past versus the people that are coming in now, for better or for worse, and also being exposed to ideas that are challenging to our safety, security, or whatever, because Pluto brings up the shadow realms. It brings out the dirty, vulnerable underbelly of the world. I'm hearing soft white underbelly. It's a very interesting channel. I used to subscribe to it, but I haven't in a little while. Sometimes it's a bit much for me. But it talks sometimes on that channel about all these different people from different walks of life that have had these profound experiences, and it gives them a platform to share their story, and it's incredible. You will probably find something that speaks to your psyche and your sensitivity if you look at that channel, because it's coming up for a reason. So this solar calm, I think, is like in the flux and in the flow. We need to be even more conscientious and intentional about setting space to decompress and to recognize the influences at work in our lives. For instance, if you have a toxic work environment and then you come home and you're not doing some type of decompression um, ritual or something, then you could very easily start to project that energy or those faulty toxic mindsets onto the people that you love and care about, because after all, it's influencing us for so many hours a day. Then it starts to come back into the home and it starts to shift and change things. And so we're reviewing something, and um, maybe it's importance, the importance that we've given a certain situation, or maybe we're like doing something, engaging in something for some type of bargained, like we're getting a paycheck from our job but it's still toxic, and so, oh well, I need the money. But here we're clarifying to what extent we can transform our self through this. Is it offering growth, or is it only burying us and um, sinking our ship? Is it not in our best interest, or is it? So let's see. Let's get some animal totems here to help us identify our strengths, or let's take these two and this one. Under the deck, unicorn, infinite possibilities. Beautiful. You are the sovereign of the seen and the unseen worlds. The magic of love surrounds you. Beauty transforms you. Listen to the spirits of light. Abandon the darkness. Go beyond the ordinary and become the legendary. There's something there that wants to be spoken more about. beyond the ordinary, rebirth. So, absolutely, the rebirth of the psyche, the magic of love transforming. So, yeah, there's something about a changing circumstance, a changing environment. Even if this is something that you are instigating or was kind of pushed on you with an unforeseen, unexpected development, such as a tower, those tower moments can be harsh, they can be difficult, they can be exciting changes as well. But the seen and unseen, you may have felt something developing or rumbling, like you may have known that something was going to culminate into a specific decision point or choice point for you, where you were maybe you were putting it off, but I sense that you kind of felt the foreshadowing coming in, and you're setting yourself down in a moment of clarity to recognize some type of community involvement here. But it looks like you're engaging with a new group that's more positive, and that's inspiring you to be more unique, to be more empowered, more engaged with your magic. These new messages are coming through and helping you to transform an old, outdated personality or role that you've been playing into something new. Here we have 4 more cards. And we have first Loon, intuitive. Listen to the song in your soul. Trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. And with the love surrounding you with the unicorn, maybe some of you are very unique, or maybe you are somebody who's quite quirky or different than social homogeny would say is cool, or whatever would be the good tag word right now. But there's something here about singing your own soul resonance and understanding that that's part of your superpower and not your vulnerability, so to speak. And with this review, it looks like you're retreating from some type of influence from external sources, seeking clarity and calm so that your inner knowing can step forward. So, recognizing that you're being accepted for everything that you are and not being told, oh, well, you don't need to do that, or don't do that. That's not what we do here. It's like there's an absence of some type of faulty messaging that you were subjected to previously. Next, we have Wolf, Pathfinder. Release your past and start a new journey. You're a teacher and you help others to find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. Yeah, there's something here about your loving capacity on all 3 of those cards. Next, we have Elephant, greatness. Love is your strength. Leadership is your path. Your wisdom inspires everyone you meet. You can overcome any problem. You will naturally and easily achieve success. And lastly, Frog, prosperity. This is showing a clear progression here. Prosperity. Let go of the past and embrace change. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day with joy. Abundance and good fortune await you. So, okay, what I'm getting is, like I say, a progression here where we're coming from this unique soul self here and reviewing what's powerful about ourselves. And other people may have said, oh, you're too sensitive. And now you're taking back your power from those false messages and saying, you know, I'm stronger than all of these community members that are hiding out behind their masks. And recognizing this in yourself, being your superpower, being empowered by vulnerability and sensitivity, opens up your magical capacity and your infinite possibilities. It's like you're entering the quantum realms. I don't know, like Ant-Man in the Marvel series. Um, in the quantum realm, it's like there's no time, there's no space necessarily. It's like all things are possible until the observer, the witness comes through. And we are that witness here, witnessing ourselves intuitively, listening to the song from within the soul and leading us back into our knowing. And so we may have become distracted by the social obligations here, and getting back into our own authentic, individual, and unique nature here helps us to find our path and to understand how incredible and how great our presence is, and how fantastic the vision is, how lofty and amazing that we are in this time and space. And it says you will naturally and easily achieve success. I think that the words naturally and easily are because we're tapped into the infinite potential of our soul here, to our authentic and intuitive, born in capacity. We're tapping into the soul level and unlocking the soul, which makes success inevitable. And so it depends also on how we're willing to define success for ourselves. For some people, it's like just getting up and getting all showered and washed and doing the dishes can be an extreme feat. That is a success if where you were at was not there yesterday. And then from that point, you continue to generate greatness whenever you can. And for some others, they may be prominent business people, but they feel unfulfilled and unsuccessful because their life doesn't have the meaning that they feel it needs. If they're like trademark or something else, accountant might not bring the satisfaction, that feels like we're really making a difference in our world. And so once we clue into something here, there's a rebirth where we're like reviewing how we've lived our opportunities, how we show up in our community, and revisiting what and reviewing what success means to us. And through that process, naturally and easily, success is just automatically there when we're walking in purpose, when we're doing better than we did yesterday. And then Frog brings in the prosperity. So starting out your day with some type of positive engagement, like first thing, as soon as you open your eyes, maybe not reaching for your phone and looking at the news, which can be depressing. It can get us all riled up and engaged in yesterday's issues. Not that those aren't important as well, but starting our day out with something a little bit more inspiring, like maybe for you it would be music, maybe for you it's good morning day. I'm grateful for this body, for this breath, for this new opportunity to clue into my path, to find my own empowerment and my own niche and my own greatness. And so this abundance and good fortune await these life changes and this rebirth, like renewing how you come into every day. Every day the sun arises, and that's a rebirth of every day that we come in. And we can rejoice in the fact that the sun is there. Even if it's behind the clouds, it's still there. There's abundance out there, even if it's abundance of learning, abundance of reviewing some pitfalls or weaknesses in our approaches, or the awareness and acknowledgement that we need to shift the way that we've been living or speaking or so on. So here for you, what else? We've got alchemy, absolutely. I'll take this one. Passion, something that gets you out of bed in the morning. Yes, and stretching, getting your breath in your body, deep breathing, engaging in what you're thankful for and not itemizing everything that's wrong. I'll take both of these. Communication with the solar plexus, being creative and confident and inspired, and giving our voice and our vibration to the development of our passions. creates an alchemical shift within our body, mind, and spirit. And yeah, in that way, it's natural and easy for our abundance to come through because personal self expression and being engaged with the passions and with a meaningful life is its own success for many. And so, having a mindset of prosperity in that way, yeah, it shifts the core beliefs surrounding a situation and helps us to invite more delight and more hope and abundance into our life, more fulfillment at the basic level. So, okay, we'll take those. And this crossed one here, just that one, I think. Okay, it's a powerful reading. I'll take this one too because of that. All right. Under the deck, we have Eight of Keys, the Master Artisan. So, again, with the workplace dynamic and needing to switch the way that you make money, it's like this guy's not even engaged with the process. He's absent-mindedly just dropping some coins into this master artisan's hands. And this master artisan is sitting here like, really? It's like, working for somebody else who doesn't want to be there, or doing something for peanuts, or lending our mastery, our skill set to something that doesn't actually um, fully fulfill in that way. It's like that's the review of how we've been allowing things to continue, and a need to get something that we deserve, or to move into our passions in a new way, to recognize that we are mastering some type of art in our lives. And quite possibly, this is the ability for us to communicate confidently and passionately about something that really matters to us. And this may be somebody putting this into song or into art or into some type of um, material form. It's like art in any form, even if it's personal self-expression. It's like being able to be evidence of our passion. Being able to bring something forward can transform some type of life. Yes, okay. This is part of your ascension process. We've got the Seven of Keys with the ascent. You're reaching the pinnacle in some type of endeavor. And I personally feel that sometimes it can be a little distracting to feel like we've got to shift gears right when we're at the top of our game. But when the call comes in, so to speak, it's like, okay, well, maybe I am at the top of my game. Maybe these peanuts are the most that I can gain from this particular engagement or situation. And I need to have the solar calm and the wherewithal to clarify a situation and understand when it's time to move. Under that is the Akashic Library. You're getting some intuitive hits about a changing urge of yours to respond to something that's got you feeling very inspired. So the ascent, you've reached a pinnacle, you're moving into something else, something that offers something new to sink your teeth into, is kind of the way I'm feeling. And then here we have 14, the initiation and the count of Saint Germain. So Saint Germain alchemizes and shifts, takes things from lower and transforms them into a higher resonance. And so it's transforming a situation of feeling controlled or disempowered and gathering our potential to make a shift or a change in ourselves. And it looks like you are really feeling empowered by your inner divinity. You're very inspired by your spiritual practice and your recommitment to your intuition and to a sense of your loving self. And I think that that's the passion. It's like um, maybe there's an awareness here of something that maybe has devalued your contributions, And now you're really recognizing the seed of the divine within you. And in that way, it's like, well, how can I know that I am a God, so to speak? I'm not talking like God with a big G necessarily, to those that are looking for the hierarchical explanation. But in the other, I mean, as I say it, I take it back. It's the I am presence is saying that we are the spark of the divine in motion, emotion. And as things come to our attention, it inspires our solar plexus to take new action, to say new things. And here we have, backing that up, Archangel Gabriel is the one who calls judgment, the one that declares a new day, a new time, a new shift in beingness. And it looks like the declaration being made in your circumstance is the need to upgrade your circumstance to be respected, regarded, and treated with dignity and respect, to be honored for your contribution here, and to get yourself out of a limiting circumstance. The next two that came out together, and we have Caught in the Ruins 16, with this recognition of this trap or control and power and attachment dilemmas with the devilish things that we're escaping or that our attention is brought to, that's motivating our inner value in our ability to escape. And here we have the Ark of the Covenant. So if you can tell the difference here, the Ark of the Covenant is like the sacred mission or the sacred journey that is all of these sacred objects are in the Ark. And the covenant, I believe, is the tent that's around it, but the Ark is the chest. And so it's something like I'm hearing, say it with the chest. It's like if passion and confidence and some type of belief that you believe in wholeheartedly is coming forward, it's like you really want to make some type of declaration in your defense or in the defense of one that you care about here, to say, hey, I'm not stuck here. You don't own me. You're not the boss of me, to be joking about it just a little bit. The Ark of the Covenant is like identifying that we're worth preserving and protecting, and something else important to you or someone else, the integrity of or the security of something is worth protecting. It's worth going on a mission for, and it's worth speaking out about this, speaking with others, joining with others. And this powerful declaration is part of our ascension process. So the next two, will, wisdom, and mind, number 20. I love it when this one comes out with Gabriel, because 20 is the judgment card in the tarot, where Gabriel's depicted with the trumpet sounding, calling everyone to resurrect their spirit, to be reborn with that rebirth Pluto, to transform and to call us into action, to call us into the ascension process, and to utilize all of our resources at our disposal, particularly beyond the intuition and the magic here, but also by leveraging the material mind with the divine will and the wisdom that comes from not only knowledge but deep gnosis and the deeper truths of humanity, and with this synergy and symbiotic nature of the process and why we're here. Why are we here being humans in this situation, except to take action? It's like there's something in my rune book, something about surrendering my will to the divine will so that my will is aligned with and in service of the divine will. So some of you may be rededicating to this spiritual path, maybe even specifically a religious tone or undertone, overtone. There's something about intonation and harmonics at play here. And didn't we have something about your soul song? We did. There's something about the soul song and the soul harmonics being triggered, and with the speech that you're able to give, that you're speaking into a very soul resonant space. And lastly, we have four of forces talking about the change of climate, the change of the weather, the change of seasons, spring and autumn. We just had the equinox. So something came to your attention possibly at that time. And this evolution, it's like an evolutionary pinnacle where you're shifting gears into the next part of your journey here, and you're expressing your self-mastery. And part of your artistry is the way that you string together passions and words and artistry to convey meaning and to inspire and to help the collective on their ascension journey. So I think that that's where we'll stop with that deck, and let's see if we can get one more shuffle here and get some ending messages from this Whispers of the Ocean Oracle. Supportive, beneficial influences for our Capricorns here. Yeah, shifting gears, communicating a passionate belief. You gotta take your time and get straight on your spiritual journey, it looks like. We'll take this one. Help appears in various ways. There's much support for you. Sometimes you may get so adrift that you forget to look at the support systems that are constantly with you. So you are never alone. Spirit is with you on this, in this transition time. Something may be challenging you. Let your personality shine. You have something that no one else does, especially with Unicorn here, that makes you who you are. Stop comparing yourself to others and allow your uniqueness to shine through. One more for you. Childlike devotion. You are a multi-talented, complex being. Embrace and love who you are. So there is absolutely something here about the diversity of your personal self-expression and stepping forward and being different, being unique, and loving yourself so wholeheartedly and being so devoted to your own self-acceptance that you would never tolerate any deviation from that, and you would never be the one to deviate from that yourself within reason. So it looks like a powerful transformation and rebirth process for you, Capricorn. I'm wishing you so much insight and support on your journey, and have fun with it. Get your calm, sit with it,